I was taking a walk here just below the house we live in here in Morenci. Down below, and if you can see it, there's a lot of houses that are made by the company that the miners live in. And over there, you can see it there, but that's part of Clifton. And the highway that leads out of town from Clifton over there. Anyway, we gotta get a walk in today and talk about the Texas freeze a little bit, and also the proposal of $50,000 for student loan write-offs. Anyway, the Texas freeze, that's a horrible thing that happened. Could have been avoided with proper weatherization of the equipment used for power. And the big companies that had it, I guess because they have more like a Republican dominated state, they don't believe in regulation much. Well, yeah, over-regulation isn't any good, but you got to be able to call it. If you can't choose the regulation that's good for you, then you might need some help. You know, obviously the people suffered on this. They didn't have to. That's heading back toward the mine up the road there. Houses up there. Yeah, I mean, the northern states have that all under control. They get their cold spells. I guess Texas doesn't have that many, but it's not a trade-off when it comes to human suffering like that. You have to pay for it just like insurance. You have to ahead of time. If it comes in handy, okay. If it doesn't, you're protected. And that's what you want to be. Know you're protected. Know that you get electricity, water, gas. Shouldn't have happened. And the power company is going to have to face up to the fact they're going to have to change that. The local politicians or politicians that allowed this to happen need to be chastised. They need to be taken down a few notches. Don't believe what they say all the time. You know, the people need to get more involved. And I guess the federal government gave some suggestions back in 2011. They didn't decide to take it. Well, this is a result. You never know when it's going to come out, but you just feel sorry for the people in Texas that got abused like that. They're going to have to take more of a concerted effort to check things out, you know, make sure they're done right. Anyway, the companies that gouge prices, that's that's as low as low can be. That should be reversed and actually be fined for what they tried to charge people. Fined and sued. They need to be sued for not doing their job. They know what's going on. They're trying to save money for their investors. They might have saved money for people that had the electric bills too by not putting in the weatherization, but you know, you got to do that. And any monies that they have to fork out because of lawsuits, they could cut into their profits for the next how many years, whatever it takes. You know, just don't let them off the hook. Let them, make them pay. Anyway, the $50,000 student loan forgiveness, that's, that's easy to say. That's the far left. You can't just be giving everything away. Let's look at the mine here. You got people coming out of high school, young people deciding to work for a living, not going to school right off, and they can go to school with the mine too to study things. They can get, they can drive trucks, they can drive heavy equipment, they can be mechanics, welders, plumbers, electricians. They can get all the trades you want right here. Okay, and they're getting money while they're doing it. Now the people decide to go to school, that they decided that. Now, I don't think we should make money off people going to school, but they should pay back what they borrowed. In other words, either the government sponsor loans at 0%, or why not have big companies do that, or any companies that want to sponsor that? It's great publicity, great advertisement. They spend a lot of money on advertisement. They can use that for their betterment of their company, knowing it and letting people know that, hey, they support education. So there's avenues to do it, but don't try to make money off people going to school. That's only going to help us out later on. And we don't need to have that. So it's a money maker for anybody doing it. So anyway, that's kind of how I feel about that. And we'll let that go at the end here. Yep. Once again, back there's toward the mine. You can't really see much of it, but you can over here. That's part of old tailings. Who knows how long they've been there. They wet those and make sure the dust doesn't get too much on them. All right, we'll see you again. Bye-bye.